Hey everybody, this is RAS2484 here. Thought I might show you what my next, well, not really my next project, but the project I'm going to do alongside Eurotruck Simulator. And yes, it is called Hard Truck 18 Wheels of Steel. So anyway. So this is a game made by SCS software, and of course it was published by ValueSoft. You can just go to their websites, I think it's scssoft.com and valuesoft.com. Basically to start things off, this game, of course, is older, and which is obvious, as you can tell by the graphics engine and stuff like that. But anyway, this really was a groundbreaker for me. Reason is I really like the fluid. I would say it was very challenging, yet it felt to me like it had the most realism out of all these trucking simulators I've done, because a lot of them feel, I don't know, a bit arcadey type. But anyway, to get into it, I mean, that's the best way to show it. You have three difficulties. You have the West Coast, you have the Midwest, and the Rockies. So easy, medium, and hard. Now, in each of these difficulties, you get a choice to go to 5 cities. Now, so basically what you do is you go and pick up cargoes, like you did in Eurotruck Simulator. And what you do is you would you pick them up like you normally would do, and then you would drive them to a different city. Now, what's different about this one, I'll show this to you, is that you'll notice there's a lot of different things are different with this one. And I'm just gonna get right into it so you can see it. First of all, you're gonna need your company name and your owner. So you can read that text if you want to. I've read it a million times. So okay. So, alright, so this is your truck that you got. So, basic controls we have here, of course, if you're using the keyboard, the up and down arrows are your, forward, your reverse, basic controls, right? Similar to Eurotruck. Same thing with the views. That's number 2, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're basically the same. So let's turn this sucker on. I always like to turn my headlights on, just because. So anyway, so they sent you with a truck, $10,000. It's Monday at 8 in the morning. And of course you notice these different gauges they probably haven't seen before. Basically, what that is, well, first of all, drive time. That's something new, which I'll get to in just a second. First of all, let's go to the docking bay. See if we can find something to haul, just to kind of show off. Now, in this game, basically what you're, it's the same goal as Eurotruck, except you're in the United States. You have 5 cities. So you just take from point A to point B. Really simple. What's different is that there are 2 different types of hauls, jobs. I mean, there's ad hoc and then there's recurring. Now, ad hoc is just a single load from a company that wants to be shipped from this city to the next city. That's it. And there's also one called recurring, which will happen later once you kind of rank up go into higher ranking. And basically what that is that it's just companies are wanting that same cargo to shipped every week, basically. You know, regular load the same time and day each week, basically. So you'll need actually a driver for that, which we'll get into later in the game once I show you that. So if you read all the text there, you know, it shows you what the docking bay is for. And I'll explain to you what that drive time is later. Now, so anyway, let's get load here and see. Let's get that blue one. I don't know why I went into that view. So anyway, you basically back this thing up like you would in Eurotruck. Press T. It'll kind of tell you what an ad hoc job is. It'll give you symbols like overweight, deliver on time, deliver without damage. You know, so if it's overweight and you have to go to weigh stations in this game, which I'll show you, which is pretty simple. Which I'll show you all how to do that. But if it's overweight and you go to one of those, fortunately they will find you. And another thing is, if you pass one up, which you really can't in this game unless it's closed, and I'll show you that too, you'll get pulled over by the police and you'll get a ticket for it. So yeah, so you basically have to stop. And if it's closed, if you're looking at it, if it's closed, then, you know, you don't have to worry about it. So anyway, so moving along, as you kind of notice, these things kind of pull out kind of slowly. Sort of, that's what I liked about the realism about them, is that they do pull out very slowly. Because you have, you know, this is heavy stuff. So anyway, so as you pull out, you notice that these trucks are kind of slow at first. I mean, this is a basic truck, and, you know, another thing that I want you to notice about this game is that it takes a long time for this thing to stop. So it won't stop as fast as it would in the other games. And that's the other kind of realism I like about this game, is that, you know, it gives you, you know, more realistic sense, saying, well, these things will not stop on a dime. You know, so these are very heavy, you know, trucks are very heavy. They weigh several tons, so you're going to expect them to take a little bit longer to stop, you know. But anyway, another cool thing about this game is you can actually run red lights. So that's not required in this game. But a major key in this game that I must stress a lot in this game is you at first you have to go to the speed limit. Because later on, and I'll show you this, you know, there are speed traps in this game, and they will pull you over for speeding, and that's a huge waste of time. But later on, you'll get you'll get a radar detector, and you'll get a GPS unit, which will help you, and help you along in that area. But for now, you don't have one, so I suggest you go no more than 55 miles an hour until you get that. Which kind of gives you a sense of realism, is that you don't know that cops are there, and that they're, you know, they have radar guns and stuff like that. So that's one of the things about this game that I really didn't like too much. But so this one, you know, I don't know. It seems to me that it's more, controls are very easy, not as, you know, tight, and gives me a sense of realism. Now, anyway, so what I'm doing now is I'm actually going to be just stopping here at this gas station and this is just a preview for y'all. So I actually will get into the real game in the next video, and I won't be saving this game. I'll be starting anew once again. But anyway, I'll be showing you how you actually stop this thing. So in real life, truckers had to kind of pump the brakes because they are air brakes. So they're not disc brakes, as they would not last too long. You can see how long it takes to stop this thing. They don't stop on dime. So basically there you go. Now, so I'll explain the fueling and the, you can actually buy upgrades and stuff for your trucks, make them run smoother. You can actually buy newer trucks, that go faster. One cool thing about this game is that you can actually get a truck that can go 120 miles an hour, which I think is really cool. So I'll be showing that off way later in the game. But I just wanted to give you kind of a brief glimpse of what we'll be getting my hands into, along with Eurotruck Simulator. Now, another thing about the drive time. Now, I really wanted to explain to y'all before I go. Drive time is basically, well, let's just put it this way. State law requires you can only be up to, I'd say, I think it's like 15 or 16 hours at a time. Then after that, you have to take a 12-hour break. And then you can only go up to a certain amount of hours a week before you have to take a couple of days off or something like that. So, but if you're a trucker, you probably already know that, or you can go online and Google all that stuff. But anyway, that's what drive time is. Once that drive time goes out, it kind of simulates the it's pretty much a fatigue simulation. Pretty much, once that timer runs out, you'll see this animation of an eye, and it'll start blacking out, and of course you get pulled over, you'll get fined for not resting, and I'll show you how all that stuff works. I mean, first you think it's a nuisance, but to me I think it's more a sense of realizing what real truckers have to go through in order to make their ends meet. So I guess that's what I really liked about it is that the trucks are more realistic about pulling out of docking bays, and how they start up so slow, and then they don't really have anything on them, just simple gauges. Later on, you can buy radar detectors, you can buy GPS units, and I mean, you can also buy a CB radio if you want to, but that's not really much of a use in this game. But anyway, so that's just a little preview for y'all. So later on, I'll be starting this game as well, along with Eurotruck Simulator, and eventually, every now and then, might do a continuation on Kirby's Dream Land 3. But I really gotta sharpen my skills up a little bit before I even go there. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this preview. I'll be starting it shortly. So this is RES2484 signing off. You have a great day.